got my first job at a Chevron station on East Hill of Kent as a service technician. Worked there for a few years and then decided to expand, and then I went to a automotive dealership. And then over the next few years, I spent time with Ford, Chrysler, and General Motors. And then after that, I decided to go independent, worked at an independent shop in Seattle for a few years and was watching how that worked, and really wasn't super excited about the way that the cars were being taken care of and the way that customers were being taken care of. And it just seemed like that we could do better, and when I would try to do things a little differently or implement a change, I was always fighting with someone that, we've been doing this way for 20 years, why should we change now? And I'm like, well, because our customers aren't being well serviced, and they're not happy with the results of what we're doing here. So I worked a few more years there and kind of got things rolling and put in the right direction, and then just was looking at the whole picture and deciding that this is something that I could probably do myself, where I have full control of the facility and I have full control of what happens. So about 16 years ago, I decided to go out on my own. When I first started, I was the technician. I was also the service advisor. I was also the bookkeeper, and kind of did everything. And then as I got more customers and more cars, then started to get busier and busier and busier. And then about 7 years into the project, I figured out that I just couldn't work in the business and work as a technician and work as a service advisor. I had to choose. And that took a couple of years for me to actually choose to work directly with the customers and manage the mechanics and making sure that they're doing the repairs correctly and on time, and that the product that we're putting out is a high-quality product. So I did that, and then we continued to get busier and have more cars and more work. And as time went on, I realized that I needed some help. So then I hired my first service advisor, and then he worked with me for a few years, and I still ran the shop. And then he helped me on the counter. And then as we continued to get busier, I hired a second service advisor. And now we're at the point we are today, where I have two service advisors that help me with the incoming customers, and then I have myself, who manages the 5 ASE master technicians that we have in the shop. And that's kind of how I got started in the business, and that's kind of my story, briefly anyway.